Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, Jay Devon. All right, before we get into this video, make sure to like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, you can hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get up into it. All right, man. So, I really don't feel like talking about this, bro, because I know I was talking about how some of the stuff I was going to share about the beta for Madden 25 and the stuff that I experienced and played and whatever. But a lot of what y'all are seeing, ladies and gentlemen, I played all of that in the beta. You know, some parts I probably didn't really get a chance to like really delve into, but a lot of the stuff that you see, yes, I seen all that in the beta. Probably not the Roger Goodell part. It was still kind of like bare bones, almost like Madden 24's way of seeing things. But yeah, man, a lot of this stuff, dog, it's very bare minimum, surface level. You know what I mean? I can't sit here and tell you guys that I'm moved at any of the stuff they added for franchise mode. To me, I can do without it, bro. The one thing I'll probably say is that the presentation reminds me a lot of ESPN, what is that, like, not something that's NBC, but it has that very the new age ESPN like presentation to it as far as the scoreboard goes. And when they score, they got their name, they pop up in that big graphic that's at the bottom or whatever. Like, it has that element to it. But as far as just franchise mode, man, like, it's very, very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. I know people are probably going to say that Team Builder is, I'm glad Team Builder is back, but ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all want to consult Soft Drink TV's video about features that have been taken out of Madden, but they're bringing back a feature that we had in the past already. It probably wasn't called Team Builder, but we had the ability to take a team, create them, or relocate them if we wanted to. But, you know, even at that same time, what does that mean for Team Builder? If we do Team Builder, can we move that Team Builder team, or are we going to have to relegate ourselves back down to the generic logos that are for relocating a team to a different stadium? You know what I mean? Now, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't even know if that's going to be online and offline. Who knows? You know what I mean? But this franchise mode, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care for it, bro. Like, franchise mode to me was starting to get lost once we started going towards this RPG aspect, this Dungeons and Dragons type of franchise mode. If you make choice A, then this will happen. If you do choice B, this will happen. Or if you do this or do that. Like, I'll never forget the time when I was playing against a friend of mine in the franchise mode online, or it was a league we had online, and I remember that it was a rainy game coming up. So I remember they said something along the lines of, it was like the little press conference or whatever, depending on how you answer it. Oh, the game is going to be blah, 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 blah. How do you plan on handling it? And I forgot what I answered, but all I know was, because I answered it a certain way, all my guys are going to have +5 to awareness and +5 to play recognition. But because it was a rainy game, everybody was going to have -10 to their carrying and change of directions because it was a wet game or a rainy game. And I'm just like, dog, you could have done that without taking down my damn ratings or our ratings. You could have done that without that. You know, I don't like this RPG element of franchise mode. I don't like it. I don't care for it. Leave it the way it is. I tell you a lot of the time, my favorite franchise mode was Madden 07 on PS2. And of course, I know it's bare bones it's kind of bare bones compared to what we got now, but it was so simplistic that it was detailed enough to the point where you can get lost in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, again, it's very simplistic, but it made sense. It kept you coming back to play another year. And then not only that, you had the ability to transport your draft picks over from NCAA 07. Now, of course, I already know about the stupid licensing and NIL and all that good stuff. Don't come at me with that. I already know what the whole details of that is going to extend to. But that alone would revive the life cycle of franchise mode. That would revive it if we were able to bring our draft picks over. I know somebody made a comment of like, oh, well, if your guys are getting ready to leave to go to the pros, quote unquote, you can't bring them over, just use them as a cheat sheet. It really doesn't, it's not the same, because if you take a generically made draft class and you import it over into Madden with the ratings from college football 25, it's not going to translate the same, because like you kind of have this like attachment to a player. Like you've seen how he played during his college ball days. Then he gets over to the NFL, you see all his stats coming over. You see how he did. Oh, he won the national championship and he led his team to so and so. He had this so and so completion rating and blah 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 blah. Like you kind of see that, oh man, like that kind of checks out, because yeah, he did do so and so, and you start reliving the past all over again. Like that level of like connectivity is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like using that as a cheat sheet to make the draft class in Madden, it's not the same. You know what I mean? It don't hit the same. You know what I mean? You're pretty much just going in, changing names and messing with the overall and different ratings and stuff like that. Like it don't hit the same, bro. Like it just doesn't. You know what I mean? So outside of that, man, I mean the whole idea that, you know, you got guys coming in on a cut scene and saying, oh hey, I need some more touches. What can you do for me? And stuff like that. And I mean, thank you, but I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. If I don't fulfill, like, and see, that's another thing I don't like. If I don't fulfill a specific goal, like I will literally lose games, or I will damn near mess up my game plan just to make sure that his morale stay up, or I don't take a hit ratings wise. Like I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish there was a way you could turn that off. I'm pretty sure you can, but I just don't care for the RPG cutscene aspect element to it. I don't care for it. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to dedicate my time to giving him the ball, or I have to involve him in some fashion or form outside of my game plan. And the game plan I might have will probably work, but I have to put him to the side and only include him in when I can. You see what I'm saying here? So all this level of like, I have to involve him, it could be a detriment to my game plan. And let's just keep with the facts here. Sometimes your game plans you first come in with don't always work, so you got to move and adjust on the fly. So if you were going to involve him heavily, now you got to kind of pull back off of him and kind of go in a different direction. But if you can involve him, then you'll try to involve him as best as you can. But you're trying to win the game at the end of the day. You really expect for me to prioritize, make sure he's getting his touches over winning this game. If I'm trying to win this game, damn him. Forget him. I'm trying to win this game. We'll talk about that a different game another time, but my boy, you're gonna have to just sit this out. You know what I mean? And even then, back in Madden 07, PS2 days, if a guy's morale was down, you know what I mean? Or, you know, if I seen his morale was green one week and then all of a sudden it was like kind of dipping away at like almost yellow now, I'm trying to look and see, yo, what's the problem? What's wrong with him? Oh, I'm not getting a whole lot of touches, or my client seems to be upset, because I know sometimes the agent, if you scroll over, the agent's notes to say something like, oh, the client is upset, he's not getting the ball, he seems content, just a little upset, or he seems kind of, you know, he feels real mellow right now, or something, whatever the case is. Or if it was red, it was because he was frustrated, he's riding the bench, he's not touching the ball, or whatever the case is. But you kind of knew how to remedy it. You just got to get him involved any way fashion you can. And you know, again, you know, it could be several different scenarios you can make up in your mind, not one that EA gives you. You see what I'm saying? Then on top of that, you got the guys texting and saying this, and oh well, this is our, let's say I'm the Eagles, right? Oh, our next game is up against the Cowboys. What can we do against the Cowboys? You pick whatever they allow you to pick or whatever, and then that's the end of it. Ho hum. Keep in mind, it's a rivalry game. Everybody in NFC East, we're rivals. So if it's a rival game, there's no real kick up other than, oh, you get a boost to X ratings, or you get a boost to blah 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 ratings, or this rating gets a boost for this player because he's locked in, or you know, this, like I said, this Dungeons and Dragons RPG element of franchise mode, I don't care for it, bro. I don't care for it. This is very pitiful. This is pitiful. You guys had the nerve to come out with a video and give us this roadmap of like what you guys are going to do for franchise mode, and you guys barely built off of what y'all had from last year. Barely, just barely, bro. That draft board shit, y'all just added a little bit to it. Just added a little, just made it a little bit more easier on the user to navigate and see X, Y, and Z for said player. That's all y'all did. That's literally all y'all did. Seeing Roger Goodell, I could go the rest of my life without having to see that wrinkly motherfucker. I could care less about Roger Goodell. Don't care. Don't really care that players are coming out and you see the jerseys and all of that. Yeah, that's cool and all, but you know, it's bad enough that y'all have the worst player models in history and the body types for them. That helps Nothing. You know what I mean? Then on top of that, it's a scene where for the championship, you got Randy Moss coming out and he's in his gold jacket giving y'all the trophy, or whoever trophy's gonna get it, go for whatever team. Is he the only one? What if the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl and it's the Eagles and Eagles and I don't know, insert whatever team is on the AFC. What if those two make it? What if Brian Dawkins wants to come out? You know what I'm saying? What if we want Brian Dawkins? Or what if, say, if damn, I can't think of an AFC team. Let's say the Chiefs came back, right? What happened if we wanted Eric Berry to come out and hand them the hand over the trophies, or whichever team decided to win, that player comes out, or whoever's in the Hall of Fame for their respective division, they come out and they hand over the trophy. Why don't we have that? You got these coaches over here. We got the ability to have women coaches now. Of course, they actually do have a woman coach that is actually going to be either a coordinator or an actual coach. I don't think it's a head coach, but I think she's a coordinator. Either way, the point I'm trying to say is you guys are limited severely on assets. Y'all have maybe 10 female heads that we can use, and then the body types, you multiply that. But y'all are limited on assets, bro, and resources, and it shows. You guys want us to accept just the bare minimum, and I'm not here for that. I told you guys before, I am all for us having a better product, but let's stop accepting mediocrity. This is mediocre, bro. Y'all could do better than this. And then Mike Tirico or whoever that is doing the voiceover, please tell me that's AI. Please tell me that's AI, because Jesus Christ, dude, that sounds terrible. That sounds awful. This entire deep dive, y'all could have just kept this in a blog. Y'all could have done away with this on a blog, but a video, absolutely not. EA, this is very pitiful work, and I'm not on board. This is very pitiful work. And then on top of that, I want to wrap all this up and say, how long will it be before these franchises start crashing again? How long do we have before they start getting all wonky and wacky and they start doing these ridiculous contracts and stuff? How long is it going to be before it starts acting out of character? Is it stable? Or are we going to get them bricked like last time, where people was losing their franchises in online leagues and stuff like that left and right? Are we going to have that stability problem again? Are we? I don't know. I guess in time, right? Due time, I guess time will tell. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word spread links, because you know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.